Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Terrific Terry Tuesday at Parx again. Somehow we both got the red number one hats on. If you want that red number one hat, head on over to horseracingtoday.net. And when you get there, you'll see that you can get any hat you want. You want the number one hat? Oh, I got to share the screen. Hold on, folks. What am I doing here? Share screen. All right, here we go. So I'm one step behind today. There we go. Now we'll share the screen. You want any hat. You want the 11 hat, the one hat. There goes the red hat. That's one of my favorites right there. The HRT logo on the side. The number one, for the horse. Number one, right, Terry?
That's right. Absolutely.
And we better be your number one show too, folks. And if we are your number one show, do us a big favor. Follow the instructions right there. Like, share, and comment today with your best picks. Any suggestions to make the show better? All of the above. Of course, one quick time today. Free track today at Will Rogers. Had a huge day yesterday, guaranteed tip sheet. So make sure you catch that today. Will Rogers, fast track, number one, St. Isabel opening race. Take a look at that maiden claimer. Link in the description below. There's also a link in the description on YouTube for the data sheet that we're about to share with you. I wish I could share the Brisnets. I can't. Anyway, what's going on in race one, Terry?
Okay, well, we're going to start out at 1 mile and a 16th. Claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, and it's a purse of $21,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races.
Yes, and the profile of a winner at the distance tells us, Terry, if I can only open up my sheet of paper as my computer's getting really wonky. Early speed, 40% so far have won this sort of race, wire to wire. Outside in is the best place to be. 4 and out. Well, they all win at a similar rate, Terry. 1,000 simulations to see who's got the best chance to get to the lead. It does not look like you're going to get one of those outside horses, though, up front.
No, it's the rail horse that's got the most most speed. And I think it's going to get out of there and get to that quarter pole first, although that 2 may have something to say about it.
Yes, indeed. A couple of in there that are going to go after it. Any good value that we should identify here?
Yeah, actually, there's a pretty nice one. If you look at that 2, it's a really nice value from 6 to 1 to 15 to 1. And then the 3 is another good one from 7 to 2 to a whopping 20 to 1.
Yeah, and a couple horses in here, Terry, that look like they've already been able to hit par for this level. That par is 79. What does that mean?
Well, it means that they either equaled or exceeded the speed rating for that race. So
a couple horses in here that showed some pace improvement in the beginning, in the middle, the end of last race. Better fractions. These are all indications that our horses are on the upswing. You also see one class dropper, a couple that rise in class. Mostly everybody staying the same. Terry, which jockey trainer combination have you identified as worthy of attention?
Well, I think the 4 has the best jockey, 8 has the best trainer, but I think the 4 has the best combination of jockey and trainer, so it's going to probably be the one I would consider the most.
Yeah, it looks like the one horse made in there too, Terry. We talked about hitting par. This par plus, we do 1,000 simulations to see how likely they are to do it again. Looks like there might be a standout in here.
Yeah. You look at there at that number 6 has about the best chance, according to the data, to either equal or exceed the speed par number for this race.
Yeah, we see a race shape like this where all the horses want to close. You got a pilot and a pilot co-pilot type. Usually that stuff favors speed. We do see the 1 and 2 are speed horses in there, Terry. It looks like of those, the one that's most likely to get a trip that mirrors its best performances is the 2. Is that right?
Absolutely. If you look there, it's 87%, and that's quite a bit more than the rest of the horses. So
yeah, good chance that horse is going to get a great race. We do see the 1 has a in-race advantage at the start. 5 points equals about 1 length. So that's going to be about a 1.5 length early speed advantage. Sure looks like the 1's going to get to the lead, Terry. Any chance it goes wire to wire in your picks?
Well, yeah, I think that I like the 1 bold opportunity. He has a high percentage. If a trainer wins 36% of the races in the second race after claiming a horse, and he has a high percentage when he jockey. Then the 4 Lucky Running Cat is the second choice. He has high percentage winning trainer and jockey and likes the distance. Then number 7 Lucky Luke finished. He closed to finish 4th, only missing by 1 length. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and his best start speed is fast among today's starters. Then I like the 8 as my long shot. Ran second in his last race, only losing by a neck, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets here for me.
All right, so crypto codes today from our good friend Private Ross, letting us know, hey, Rich, I made a lot of money helping me yesterday. Good. Helping good. God bless you. I hope that you make some more today. Let's get that cash, man. I'm kind of bummed about that 7 horse in there, Terry. I don't know when I made that bet. If you look at that race, oof, I don't know what Paco was doing, but that 3 horse came to get him at 40, weaving all over the place, standing up at the end.
Yeah.
I got a feeling we might see Paco on the sidelines again, or I think it's gonna be a long time coming before he rides for Jamie Ness again.
Yeah, anyway. I thought he was going to go ahead and win that race, and then my long shot came because I think he thought he already had it in the bag, and he wasn't paying much attention, and that's why he got caught.
Yeah, it was my second choice, the 3 horse, and
yeah,
I usually do those exact key boxes, but didn't. Anyway, Bold Opportunity, the 1 horse getting the first call for me. It's the EP type. Should be on the lead if speed holds today. It didn't hold yesterday, but maybe today's the day. Lucky Running Cat, Paco. Well, man, hope he runs a little bit better race than he did yesterday. Not sure he'll be finesse again, but if he wins this one, I'll forgive him. The 6 horse, Catalusu. Much better fractions in its last effort. That's always a sign of a horse coming on the upswing. And then Ascribe, the 8 horse, just missed at this level last out. Ran about 3 seconds faster. I'm always interested in horses that run faster. We have a $100 budget, so I'm going to start mine with the 1468 for a 50-cent trifecta box. We got about 1 minute before the first race gets cracking. They're about to load in. I know our guy John Johnson likes to see our picks for race number 2 so he can look at the daily double. There they are, the picks for race number 2. I don't really know if we should do anything before we watch race number 1, Terry, because I don't think we're going to have the time to do much.
Okay.
So let's just look and see if in race 1 we find any value according to our sheets. So 8-5 on Bold Opportunity, the 1 horse. All right. No value there. The 2 horse, that looks like there's some great value. It is a yes horse. Right now, the odds are 21-1. Should be closer to 6-1. So a good bang for your buck, perhaps, on that 2 horse.
Yeah, the 3 also.
Yeah, 3 horse as well. So maybe just put maybe a couple bucks in it. A 2-3 exact the box for $1. That'll cost you $2. And if that bad boy comes in, guess what? Your day of racing is done, right?
Yeah.
Where else what would you think that would be? Quintuple your money?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's see. What does it say the 1-2 trifecta exacta is paying? So the 2-1 pays, the 2-3. So the 3-2 pays 262 and the 2-3 pays 210. That seems to be not a bad idea for $2.
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like a couple horses are being a little bit on the slow side to get into the gates right now. Any other value in there that we're looking at there, Terry, that you see?
Let's see here.
Not really.
Not really. I don't see much.
A little bit of an overlay on the 7, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're just waiting for the 8 to get in, and then they'll get going, and we'll see how this race plays out. I'm always leery about making these suggested ideas on the value horses because it's bets that we don't have, and they're bets that come in. And if they ran to the finish line right now, it would be the 2 and the 3. All right, so they're off and they're running. The 1 horse has assumed the lead down on the rail. The 2 in between it and the 3 as they go through the turn. 3 going to get a tough trip, 3 wide. Down on the rail is the 6 horse, Cataluso. A little bit of a long price there. He's moved up in front of the 2. So right now you have the 1, the 3, the 6, and then the 2. And then to the outside, I think that's the 5 horse, but I'm not 1,000% sure. They go through the quarter there, 24 and 0.28 seconds with the 1, about a length and a half, 2-length lead over the 3 horse. The 6 horse trying to save some ground down on the rail. Yes, indeed, it is the 5 horse, Fast Payday. That's up there. The 3 horse, I think, is given way, so he's not going to be a part of the show today. The 1 horse continues. The 3 horse continues to be in second. The 5 and the 6 are starting to make up some ground on that, although the 5 is moving a little better than the 6 horse right now. The 1 horse, 48 and 41, having his way all the way around the track. It does look like the 5 horse is, or is that the 3 horse is coming back? That's pretty wild. The 6 horse also coming back. The 8 horse going to go wide. The 3 horse at 17-1. The Miracle, which a really weird trip there, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he went way wide and then he came back. And he faded. I thought he was done for the day.
Wow.
And then he came back. So the 3 horse, the Miracle, Milagroso. We said the 3 horse would be a value, Terry, right?
We did. Yeah, absolutely, we did.
Yes, and he's going to come with the 5 and the 8. So Milagroso, according to our sheets, was a maybe horse. Let's go ahead and delete this out. We said he should be 3 to 5, Terry. It had gone off at 17-1. A maybe horse. He was our top late pace horse to boot. He was our second best total pace horse. And is this race 1?
Yeah, it's race 1.
And it was also our simulated favorite. How about that?
I know, yeah.
And we didn't have him. Why not?
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. That's why we make these sheet, folks. Keep an eye out on it. That's why you want to get them. Maybe you can be better at using them than we are. Race number 2, Terry. Let's not miss anything here. That kind of bums me out a little bit, Terry, to be honest with you. What do we have in race number 7?
Well, it's a 7 furlong race. It's a claiming race, $5,000 claiming price, purse $18,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won 2 races since October 15th.
At 7 furlongs, the profile of a winner. Early speed, 34% of the time they go wire to wire. There's a rail bonus. 2 and 3 play fair. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 and out, a small bonus, Terry. Well, let's not miss anything this time, Terry. Take it away.
All right. Well, look at that 4. It's got the most speed of any of the horses in here, so it should go to that quarter pole first.
All right. Well, overlays got us last time. Who's the overlay here?
Yeah, the 8 shows the best overlay, I think, 5 to 2 to 4 to 1. And then, of course, the 2 has a nice overlay, 7 to 2 to 8 to 1. So there we go.
Our race shape says this 8 horse right here. Look at this. Leader all by himself. The PC horse, the 5. Everybody else wants to close or be middle back, Terry. If that 8 horse, which is in the second spot here, can get to that lead, looks like he might be comfortable out there with that C zone.
Yeah, he's got the best C zones numbers there. Of course, they all have some, but he's got way the best number. Yeah,
we got some trainer in here has a 0. That's why these numbers are all mixed up, because you can't divide by 0. But the jockeys aren't divided by 0. So that 8 horse, if it gets to the lead, it looks like his jockey's got a good chance there, Terry.
Does, yeah. The best. It's the best looking one there. So,
all right. Well, we saw that the 3 horse was at the top of our total pace. Total pace, about 70% or more of the winners in there. The 7, 2, 3, and 4, Terry. We missed out on race number 1. Tell me why we won't miss out on race number 2.
Well, I like 8 in race number 2, Sailor's Return. He really likes Parx Racing. He's been here, ran 40 in the money 44% of the races here and won 20% of the starts. He likes the distances. He's been in the money 75% of the time, winning 25% of the starts at today's distance. And he has a high percentage winning jockey, as we mentioned. Then I like Lord Wins a Lot. He has got a high percentage winning trainer, and his best start speed is fastest among today's starters. He's the 3 horse. And then I like Eddie Mush, the 4. He finished in the money in his last 2 starts, and he won the last start, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 7, my long shot, Hot Pot. He finished 3rd versus similar in his last race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. I really believe this is pretty wide open race. So for the Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4, I'm going to use the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to single the 5 in the next leg, and then I'm going to go with the 1, 4, and then finish up with the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. That's a $49 ticket, I believe.
49? That's interesting. Have we ever gotten to 49 before? 7 times 7 times 2? Yeah, I mean, that would be 49.
Yeah, I did it one time before, a long time ago.
Saving a buck. I appreciate that, Terry. $1 saved is $1 earned. So Terry's best bet coming up in race number 9. Make sure you stay tuned. I like the 8-horse in here, Sailor's Return, as well as my tops. We had the top same 4 horses. Loney, faster last time out, most consistent, top C zone, gets to the lead, holds the lead, and maybe goes woo around the track. Lord wins a lot, run back to his last Parx race, and it is a win today. Again, Hot Pot, the 7-horse, showed stakes level late speed in its last race, and Closers absolutely demolished it. And, that 3-horse kind of came from off the pace there a little bit too in the opener. Eddie Mush, the 4-horse, Terry, is my favorite kind of horse, or one of them anyway, what we call a left arrow horse. What is a left arrow horse? Well, let me explain to you what a left arrow horse is. So we have a closer here in the 4-horse, right? He's in the closer column. But up here, it says he's got some early speed. That moves that horse over here. Those left arrow types, Terry, they tend to do well. Let's see if Eddie Mush can do well today, even though he doesn't look like on paper he'll be your pace setter. I have the pick 4, 3, 4, 7, and 8 with the 2, 5, with the 1, 4, 6, with the 3, 6, 7, and 8. A more traditional $48 ticket for what we do around here. Yesterday, I had the opening pick 4 at $1.65. Let's see if we can get one of the pick 4s again today, Terry.
All right.
Let's see, Mike. How are you today, McGavis? 3 was 27-1 going off. Win for fun. Yeah, we talked about that, Mike. Let me just rewind in case you're just catching us again here. That was our simulation. So we have these sheets. We put them together. Nobody on the planet has the stuff. I asked ChatGPT. It's trying to help me organize the stuff a little bit, but I have to teach it. AI is not as smart as we think it is. You can't figure out an Excel sheet yet without risk for it to take over the world. But it was our simulation favorite right in here. It was our top late pace horse. It was our top 2 in our total pace horses in there. So I don't know, folks. It was right up there too in the C zone. I mean, in the Par Plus, the second ranked Par Plus, Terry. Lots of reasons to have that one in there. Hey, look at this. It was also one of our top second-rated C-zone horse, and somehow we both overlooked it. For that, if you ever meet Terry and I, put on some steel-toe boots and kick us in the shins. What's happening in race 3, Terry?
All right. So in race 3, we're going to go to 6.5 furlongs. It's an optional claiming race, $20,000 claiming price. Purse is $30,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for a claiming price of $10,000 or less since April 15th, 2023, or a claiming price of $20,000.
And 6.5 furlongs. You want to know what kind of horse wins those types of races, Terry? Those who have early speed.
Yeah.
35% of the time they go wire to wire. There's a rail bonus for the heavy. Well, that one's not in there. He's scratched out, ambitiously placed. So we don't have to worry about him. So our Uptown Girl perhaps gets that rail bonus. 2 and 3 play fair, 4 and out. They get the same discount, Terry. So inside speed in a short race could be valuable in race 3, Terry, but it looks like the speed is with the Buffalo Girl on the outside.
That's right. That 5 has the most speed, and it's the only other horse that's out there is the 6. So I think the 5 or the 6 may get to the quarter pole first. That 4 may have something to say about it.
So this is a 5-horse race now. We had Stephen Fielder on the podcast some time ago when we used to do the Player's Edge. And in there, he mentioned in 5-horse fields, you take the longest shot on the board. That's the 6-horse in there. Men Did We Stand? So maybe you've played that horse, Terry. Maybe not. But if you're going to play horses that have hit par, which ones would they be?
Well, actually, if you look there, it's the 2, 3, and 6. They all are 2 and 6. 2, 3, and 6, or 5, 2, 3, 5. I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong column here. 2, 3, 5 with the 2, 5 being the most, and of course the 2 looks really nice with that 55%.
Par Plus, yeah, and he's also a little bit of an overlay, no?
Yeah. The 2 has an overlay from 6 to 5 to 9 to 2. If you can get 9 to 2 on that horse, that's pretty nice. And then the 6, the 6 has a pretty nice overlay too, 9 to 1 to 15 to 1. So,
and we got a couple dropping in class. The 6-horse taking a pretty aggressive move up in class there, Terry. Which jockeys and trainers do you have your eyes on?
Well, the 4 has the best jockey according to the data, and the 5 has the best trainer. But I think the 5 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
Mm-hmm. And there are race shape again. Everybody wants to be in the middle of the pack, so they're going to be a mush coming out of there. Terry, so if it's going to be a mush, getting a good race could be key. And who looks like they're going to get the best of it here?
Well, there's that too again. Has the best percentage as far as C zone goes. So probably feel very comfortable in this race.
2 also has a big late pace advantage, and having late speed has been the way to the winner's circle of late. It is also our top total pace horse in there. Terry, who's your top pick?
Well, I like the 5. Annie Works Too Much. She's finished in the money in 9 races out of her last 10 starts, winning 4 of the starts, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. Then the number 2, our Uptown Girl, is my second choice, has won 2 races out of her last 3 starts. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 3, Boss Like Beth, is the third choice, drops in class today and switches to high percentage winning trainer, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. And then I like as my long shot, When Did We Stand, the 6. She won her last race at Parx Racing, and her early speed running style will help her chances. There you go.
I'm going to go with the 2 horse. That is the simulation favorite in there. It's got that big late race advantage. I think in the short field, having a little bit of extra juice at the end, especially the way closers have done well at Parx the last couple of days. Why not? If not, Annie Works Too Much could get out to the lead and be too much for the rest at the beginning. Has a little late kick as well. Miss MM, that's another left arrow horse in there, Terry, in the money. 6 out of 8 races at Parx. And then I have Men Did We Stand, the longest shot in a 5-horse race. Got to have them. Better across the board and cuts back in distance today. When I say better across the board, I'm talking about the horse's pace last time out. You see better in the beginning, the middle, and the end. The only horse to make such a claim. 5-horse had some better early pace and some better fractions last time out. According to Craig Milkowski, those are signs of horses that are sitting on a hot race the next time out. Keep an eye out for that as well. I'm going to spend, I think, $48 right here, Terry. I'm going to go $12 exact, the 2 with all. And I'm going to lay it on the line with that sim favorite with the late speed, seeing how the track's played as of late. Race 4, 10 races in this card today, Terry. Next up for you and me is Quattro.
That's right. Race 4 here. We're going to go to shorten up to 5.5 furlongs. This is a claiming race, $5,000 claiming price. Purse is $18,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won 2 races since October 15th.
And to get a second win since October 15th, wonder what the significance. Well, it's just 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Early speed, a bunch, 42%. Terry, who's your favorite 42?
Oh, I'm getting a mental block here. Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott, yes, indeed. 42% of the time they go wire to wire. There is a rail bonus for tap in formation for jockey Mikel Sanchez, rail bonus. 2 and 3 gets a small bonus as well. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 and out gets a little bit of a bonus as well, Terry. So in the 4th spot, if we're looking for some, let's start somewhere else this time, Terry. If we're looking for some overlays, looks like there's a pretty solid one in here.
Yeah, the 6 shows a really nice overlay from 3 to 1 to 10 to 1. And then you got the 4 has a small, the 1 has a small overlay, and also the 4 has a small overlay. So,
and if you're looking for speed, you don't have to look very far.
No, you don't. You look at the 1, it has the most speed of all of them. But the 3 and 6 and 4 also show some pretty good speed.
And they all show that they can hit par, except for the 2-horse. And that one's been a maybe, Terry. But kind of light on the par plus numbers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it is. All but the all but the 2 and 3 show that they can maybe get in there, but they're all pretty low. They're not really anything that's stand out there.
Yeah, nothing going to make your socks roll up and down. Well, maybe a class dropper in the 6 could do that. Terry, as far as our race shape is concerned, we got one that's kind of slanted towards the front. So that usually could favor some closers in here, Terry. Of the horses in this mix, which one's going to get a pace that matches its best performances?
Well, as you can see there, the 3 has really good percentage. C-Zone feels very comfortable. Most of these horses are pretty comfortable, but that 3 is the most.
Yeah, we're looking for a score of 50% or more. What we do is we isolate our early pace in here, and then we measure where the horse is relative to the winner at the quarter-mile marker, and to see if they're within their comfort zone. And you can see here almost all of them except for the 6 and the 4, which is close to 50%. Also see here tap and formation last time out. It had a speed figure, which was 6 points greater than the next closest horse, according to Andrew Beyer, the godfather of speed figures. Anytime a horse has a 3-point speed figure advantage in the prior start, those horses are definitely worth paying attention to. And also, from our point of view, any horse that has a 5-point or 1 length total pace advantage over the rest, they're also worth paying attention to. Terry, any jockey trainer combinations worth paying attention to?
Yeah, I think the 6 is the best jockey trainer combination, as you can see from the information there. Although the 1 doesn't look too bad either. So,
and who do you think has the best combination of stats, intuition, handicapping ability in race number 4?
Well, I like the 1, tap and formation. He ran second versus similar in his last race. He has the highest last race speed rating, and he has the high percentage winning jockey. And then number 4, 6 Whips, likes Parx Racing, been in the money 67% of the time, winning 33% of the starts here at Parx. And the distance won't be a problem. He's finished in the money 57% of the time, winning 29% of those stocks. And in addition to that, he has a high percentage winning jockey. Then the 3 Pylon ran third in his last race as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer who wins a nice 40% of the races when bringing a favorite back to run again. His early speed running style helps his chances, so this shorter distance today can help. And then 6 is my long shot, Chip's Friend. He has a finished in
his
the
only
money.
friend.
Yeah, he has finished in the money in 3 races out of the last 5 starts, and he won 2 of those, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the Miami Vice pick 4, the second one. I'm going to play 1-4 with the 3, 6, 7, and 9, with the 1, 4, 7, with the 1, 5, 9, and 11, a $48 ticket.
Yeah, I like the 1 horse here, Don. A couple of things I've been noticing again. These horses and there's a few of them in here today. This one just got the nod because it's a little higher odds than the rest. But I'm noticing a lot of these horses that have these speed figure advantages, a lot of them are winning. And some of them are paying off at actually decent prices. So at 4-1, it is a yes horse, so it checks that box. It is at Par Plus in there, showed better pace across the board in there. Does have a solid jockey on there too. It's an EP horse, should get a good trip, because it can be patient, and if everybody goes too fast, if they go too slow, got that 50%er in there. So yeah, that's one of my favorite horses on the day. I like it for all of the reasons I just cited in there as well. 6 Whips is my second choice in there, as I messed that up. Signs of Life in its last race, I learned that from Tom. That's why you should tune in to our 4 on Friday show, Terry, because Tom also brings some insights to the table that, everybody looks at races a little bit differently. And I feel like in the community, if everybody shares what they look for, we can all become better at what we do. Like Stephen Covey says, we can sharpen the saw. Mm-hmm. Chip's Lonely Friend, only class dropper in the field. And if this one can get off to a fast start, and according to our data, has a chance to get off to a fast start, that's when the horse is the most dangerous. And then finally, Reckless Place, the 7 horse. That one has our top total pace advantage of more than a length. Again, data that you just cannot get anywhere else except for in the description here on YouTube. When they have that total pace edge of a length, you got to really consider those horses. I'm going to do a pick 4, 1, 4, 6, 7 over to 3, 6, 7, over to 1, 7, over to 5, 6, 9, and 11. And then I'm going to do 20 to win and 10 to place on the 1 horse. And I hope I get 4-1. Because if I do and it wins, Terry, then it pays for the entire day.
That's right.
Crypto code exacta in 3rd race is a 5 and 4 box. I would love to explain the crypto code a little better, Private Ross. If you could I don't know what makes up a crypto code. I think we'd all like to know how to generate our own crypto codes. So why don't you share a little bit of that insight with us in the comment section, Private Ross, so that we can, in other tracks and races, apply your strategies as well. Race 5 is the end of the first half of the card, Terry. What are the conditions for the 5th?
It's a 6 furlong, an optional claiming race at $25,000 claiming price, purse $28,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for $25,000 or less, and which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price of $25,000 or never won 2 races.
Yes, indeed. And to get that second W, to fly that flag like they do here in Chicago when the Cubbies win. Again, early speed, 34%. We'll stick to the Chicago theme. Walter Payton, there is a real edge for money hungry, aren't we all? Even the communists and socialists. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 and out get a discount. 8 and out is a little bit better than the 4 through 7 there, Terry. So if speed matters in race number 5, who has the bulk of that?
Well, 7 has the bulk of it. It has double the speed than anything else in there. So, it could get out to that quarter pole, although that 5 may actually try to go with it. So,
yeah, plenty of them showing some opportunity there. So when you look at a race shape like this, you got 5 horses that want the lead and 4 that want to close. According to all the data that I've read, that you want the horse that's either going to be the pilot or co-pilot if they're all speed types. Let's just say that's the 3 and the 4. You can pretty much figure out that the other 3, the odds of them hitting the board if they're not in the first 2 at the quarter-mile marker really drop. Here we see the 7 with about a length, close to a length and a half early speed lead. So I'd say the 7's got a good crack to get on there, Terry. He's also shown that he can hit par for this level.
That's right. As you can see there, he's along with the 1, 3, 4, and 6. They can all in the past hit equal or exceeded the speed par number for this race. And as far as the how they're going to do today, you can see there that the 3 has the best numbers there. So it's got the best chance of equaling or exceeding the speed par number.
Yeah, and the 3 also providing a little bit of an overlay. It looks like some Love of Gold has a little overlay too.
That's right. The 4, as you said, has a nice one, 5-1 to 15-1, but the 3 has a very small one, 6-5 to 2-1.
Yeah, almost twice. If you get 2-1, it's almost double what you should get. Looks like the 3 is the best jockey in there too, or maybe that or the 9.
Yeah, the 9 has the best jockey, 3 has the best trainer, but I think the 3 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, it's also grading out as our top late pace horse, as well as our top total pace horse. Again, the top 4 generally produces about 70% of the winners, Terry. So big favorite with the 3 horse in terms of our simulation. Anybody going to get in front of that one by the end of the race, Terry?
Well, I like the 9. Yeah, I think the 9's going to get there. He won his last race at Parx Racing. He has a high percentage winning trainer and has my favorite jockey here, high percentage winning trainer Paco Lopez. And then I like that 3, Mr. Lincoln, ran 3rd versus similar in his last race. He has the his best start speed is fast among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 6 Action Hero, 3rd choice, ran 2nd versus similar in his last race. He has the highest last speed rating. He's actually tied with the 3. And then and then he has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 7 as my long shot. He's finished in the money in 6 out of his last 7 starts. So he's very, very competitive. He's won 4 of those starts, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
All right. So Private Ross. Einstein may have said, don't give away your secrets, but the good thing is you're not Einstein. You might be smarter, you might not be, but you're not he. So you can live by a different set of rules. And Tolstoy said not to work on yourself rather than helping the world. You're not helping the entire world. You're just helping the world of horse racing today. And that's the world that you want to help, my man. I'm going to go with the 3-horse Mr. Lincoln in there. I think that guy is going to be tough to beat in there today, Terry. Jamie Ness, Mikel Sanchez, maintenance workout as our big simulation favorite. After that, I'm going to go with the 6-horse Action Hero. Sounds like a great name for a horse. 3rd up after layoff. Last time the horse ran a 3-race cycle, it was the best of it. So if that's the case today, then it would be a career best effort. Number 7, Malibu, going to be out front. Last time around the track, it had some excuses. And I'm going to go with Planet, the 8-horse. A little bit of a long shot in here. It's a track dropper. What we mean by track dropper, if you're new to the show, is that these are horses. Parx, I would call it, what would you call it, Terry? Like a tier 2 track? Would that be about right?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe like tier 2B, something along those lines. So this is coming in from Turfway Park. I think Indiana is probably on par with Parx, but you also got a Churchill down racing here. So I consider that a track drop. I know it's coming off the maiden claiming win, but it's run twice at the distance with a win and a place. So I'm going to put that guy in there as well in race number 5 off the track drop at a little bit of a price. We'll see if that works out or not. Race 2, well, they're making their way to the gates, Terry. So before we get to the second half of the card, let's talk about how you can tune in tomorrow, as Terry and I will do Keeneland. Thursday, we'll do Aqueduct. I have no idea what Foreign Friday is going to be all about. So the best way to know is to do what, Terry?
You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really easy to do. It doesn't cost anything. Go ahead and hit the bell so it notifies you about all of the different things coming up. And then copy the link, share it with everybody you know, so that they can come and check us out too. Then go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, and at Horse Race, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like. Keep these comments and the picks coming on during the show. We really like seeing them. It's really a lot of fun for us, and I hope for you. And they'll also help with our algorithms.
Yeah, we absolutely enjoy the banter back and forth. Don't be afraid to be funny if you like. So horse racing today in just a little bit when the show is over, we'll link to the story, to the video replay there along with our comments. You'll see that there, again, while you're there, hit the HRT or good button. Golfing season is about to get started, so why not get yourself a like a hat that you can wear to the golf course. You can rep horse racing today and get some birdies like I do. Once a year I get a birdie. Yeah. So you can get that hat in there by hitting the HRT gear. Only 3 days left to save 20% on your purchase. Support the show. We greatly appreciate that. Again, free picks. There is a description on the link in YouTube to guarantee tip sheet. Please use that so they know where you are coming from. The Kentucky Derby and Oaks coming up. And I can tell you that part of the wagering guide package will be our data sheets. Again, you will not be able to get them anywhere else. So make sure you got over there. Get yourself ready for the Kentucky Derby. Meanwhile, Terry, you and I are getting ready for race number 2 as they're about to get off and get running. And indeed, that's what they're doing. You got a wall of horses trying to get to the lead right there. It looks like the 3 horses are going to get there. The 1 horse is kind of coming up on the rail a little bit aggressively. The 8 horse has poked its nose out towards the front. And it looks like the 8 horse is going to get to the lead. He's kind of come down a little bit. Got to be a little bit careful there that he doesn't cut anybody off. The 1 horse Spotted Bull, a long shot in there, going to make things fun. Looks like you got I can't tell who's in between horses right there, but somebody, the 4 horse. Eddie Mush in between horses there. Or is that the 3 horse? No, the 3 horses in between horses. Lord wins a lot. The 8 and the 3 continue to set the lead, the tone. And then the 1 horse looks like it might be the upsetter horse in this race. He's doing the same thing that the 3 horse did in the last race. Got involved early and then decided to get going late, trying to go wide. So far, the jockey hasn't asked the 8 horse to go. So I got a feeling he's got a little bit more horse to go. Although the 3 horse now pulling up alongside on the inside. The 1 horse is kind of flattening out a little bit. It looks like maybe We Ready on the outside, the 2 horse. He's going to factor in at the end a little bit here. The 6 horse, he's coming kind of hard at the end too. The wire is coming pretty quickly. It looks like it's going to be between the 3 and the 8 with a head bob. And it's going to go 3, 8, 6, 2, Terry. So 3, 8, 6, and 2. We're both alive.
Yeah, and that's really good for the pick 4. I mean, it's a lot better than having the 8 win because the 3 had a little bit better odds.
Yeah, I don't know, though, because the 3 was the morning line favorite. So I'm sure everybody's going to have both of them, the morning line favorite and the post-time favorite in their picks. Let's go back again to race number 2 and see what the data sheet told us. Yeah, Lord Wins a Lot was in there. It was in our top 3 as usual. Was one of the horses with late pace in there. It was a yes horse, so that's pretty good. It was one of the horses that had a decent shot to go over par again. Looks like it did. A little light on the C-zone, but hey, that's okay. The 8 did get up to the front. Just couldn't hold on at the end there, Terry. But nonetheless, we still advance, as we talked about, like college basketball, survive and advance. Race number 6, as we move to the second half of the card, Terry, let's move on with the conditions for this one.
All right. Well, we're going to go to 6 furlongs, and it's another optional claiming race, $16,000 claiming price. And it's a purse of $26,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for $16,000 or less, which have never won 3 races, or a claiming price of $16,000, which have never won 3 races.
You know what's crazy is yesterday I had 3s across the board. Remember, Terry? And today in the opening race, 3s are winning. So I got a new cryptic code for you, Private Ross. Whatever number Rich liked on Monday, play on Tuesday. Whatever number I like on Tuesday, play on Wednesday. And you're going to come out all right. So for 6 furlongs, you're looking for horses. Again, you got her early speed in there, 34%, go wire to wire. So we'll go Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell was a good 34. I mean, that guy had thighs like most people's chests. Big rail edge for green beans. 2 and 3 get a bonus as well. 4 and out, a discount. Although if you're wearing 8 or higher, it's a little better than 4 through 7. Terry, we got any horses on the inside 3 with speed in race 6?
Well, the 1 shows some, but you know, everybody in here has speed, especially that 1, 8, 5, and 6 are all pretty close to one another from in the data. So I think it's an anyone's race as far as to that quarter pole.
Yeah, it's got a lot of speed, but I think the 1 on the inside should get the edge because it can keep everybody at bay to the outside. 1 also looks like, Terry, you might get a little value on that if it can get to the front and stay there.
Yeah, 7-2 to 6-1, and then of course you have the 6 that's 5-2 to 5-1. The 8 is 7-1 to a nice 15-1, and then that 9 horse is an 8-1 to 10-1. So
yeah, maybe a little overlay, but so far not showing that it's had within 5 points of hitting par of 86. Although according to our simulation, does have a chance today. Terry, what other horses have made their way to par and have a good chance to do it again today?
Well, the 2, 4, 6, and 7 have all equaled or exceeded the par speed number for that. And then all but the 10 can do it today, but the best 2 are the 7 and 6 have the best data as far as reaching the speed number.
Now, a lot of horses in here on the up improve. We got a lot of horses showing a little bit better early pace. A couple of them in here, one of them early pace and better fractions. Got the 10, the 6, the 1 showing better fractions last time out. The 1 horse moving up in class, about 1.5 lengths, a pretty sizable move up in class. Most of this field staying put. Gary, which horse and trainer jockey combination do you think highlights some attention?
Well, I think the 7 does. The 7 has the best trainer jockey combination as far as I'm concerned, although the 4 comes up pretty close to that.
Again, we see this time so the 10 horse makes a column today, the NC horse. That means he's not been within 5 lengths of the winner when they hit the finish line. Kind of tough to back a horse with that sort of record. For the rest, this is a really balanced race, Terry. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But the 2 horses that I think stand out are your 2 lone EPs and PCs. They're Sesame Street horses, unlike other. They got some versatility, Terry. Either one of them offering any sort of comfort zone comfort?
Well, as you can see there, that 4 has the best, but followed up with that 6 horse. So they have the 2 best numbers.
7's in there. 7 also top.
Yeah.
Speed horse number, 4 points. Again, 3 points being the barrier that we're looking for. Our top, if you're late speed's been kicking it in there too lately, folks. So look at these 9, 7, 6, and 1. Not surprisingly, well, maybe a positive. Those 4 also making up our top total pace horses in there. So maybe the 1 horse with speed and then some closers for the rest. Terry, how do you like them?
Well, I like the 7 horse, Cisco Kid. He ran second versus similar in his last race. He has the highest speed figure at today's distance. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Lots of boxes marked off. 28-3, the 4 is my second choice. Finished third versus similar his last race. He switches to high percentage winning jockey, and he likes today's distance. Green Beans, the 1 is my third choice. Won his last race, the rail post winning at a 24% clip, and he has a bullet workout on April 9th. And then I like the 6, Unswayed, as my long shot, finishing the money in 3 races out of the last 4 starts. He won one of those starts, and he has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. No additional bets here for me.
I like the 7 as my top selection too, with that top last race speed figure. Don, that's kind of what I was looking at today. Again, you see he's 2-1. It's another horse I would consider putting at the top of my tickets. And even though he ran that top last race speed figure, another thing I kind of try to look out for, because it's kind of damaged me a couple times. Sometimes the lessons you learn by getting punched in the nose, you learn to dodge those punches. So here you had an 83. See the speed figures are climbing. So you got to be worried that this might be a peak race. But if you look back in here, you can see that the horse has 10 points more upside. So there's still room for that to grow. So that's a reason why I like the 7 horse in there as my top selection. Terry, the 1 horse, Green Beans, today makes its Parx debut. It's got its best workouts, prepping for its first race since December 7th. Number 6, Unswayed, my third choice, faster through the first half mile last time out again. Craig Milkowski said, pay attention to that pace through the first half mile. If it's better, usually a better race is coming. And then 28-3, a nod to the Falcons and Patriots Super Bowl. You have Paco Lopez on a consistent performer. No additional bets for me, although I would consider betting the 7 to win here. Race number 7, Terry, while we're on 7s, this will be the late Don Johnson pick 4. Race 7, starting at 7 furlongs. This got to be a crypto code.
That's right. And the claiming price is $7,500. So that starts with a 7 also. Purse is $21,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won 3 races.
Well, they hit that jackpot then. The early speed, 34% wire to wire. Rail bonus again for top of the street. 2 and 3 play fair. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 not a small bonus. Sounds a hell of a lot like 6 furlongs, Terry. So speed matters in 7 furlongers for $7,500 in race number 7. Any chance the 7 has the most speed? No, it didn't work out that way.
No, it looks like the 11 has the most speed, and it should get out there, get that quarter pole. Although it's a little bit hard when you're way out on the outside like that.
Yeah, fortunately, though, the 8 horse, not too far from it, has the second most, and then a little bit of dip to the 3. So the 3 could push it wide, and that's always a concern. But you got that long backstretch there, so plenty of room for the 11 to clear. Not as concerning if that race was a little bit shorter in there, Terry. 11 also off. Okay, sound like Elmer Fudd there for a moment. The 11 also offers a little bit of an overlay.
Yeah, 5-2 to 3-1, but that 7 has the best overlay, 8-1 to 15-1.
You Darvish can't win in the playoffs.
Yeah, the 4 also.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
4 also has a small overlay, 6-1 to 8-1.
Yeah, and those horses that have the best chance to hit par, Terry, looks like one is really above all the rest.
Yeah, that's actually that outside horse. That 11 horse has the best numbers as far as could equal or exceed today's speed rating. Although all of them show some kind of a chance.
And we have one of these triangles again. You got a couple horses that want to be out front. Everybody else middle back. The 7 is your Sesame Street horse. Look out for you, Darvish. Might not win in the playoffs, but maybe a chance to win today. So in this race shape, you want speed. That looks like it's going to be the 11, the 3, and the 8. Although the 11 doesn't necessarily need the lead. Terry, looks like we got one horse in here, though, that's got a great chance, not up front, but of the closers, to get an excellent trip today.
Yeah, that 9 shows a really good comfort zone number. This race is really going to be in its comfort zone according to the data.
Mm-hmm. So who's going to be the jockey trainer combination that you think is going to get it done here?
Well, the best jockey is on the 1 and the best trainer is on the 5, but I think the 1 is the best combination. But take a look at that 2. Is it far off from being the best combination? So
all that speed makes the 11 horse a 3-point speed figure advantage in the last race. It does have the biggest gap there, Terry, about a 1 length early speed from a pace standpoint. So I think the 11's got a good chance to clear those horses to the inside, get to the corner first. Also has a top total pace there of 6 points, Terry. So that means the combination of early speed and late speed equals 1 length more than everybody else. If those late runners continue to bring home the top prize, though, those are the horses you might want to focus on. And who did you focus on?
I like the 11. He ran 3rd in his last race against similar horses, and he has the highest last race speed rating and high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Then the 9 Bullet Breeze won his last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, financial strength. The 5 is my third choice. He's finished in the money in 4 races out of the last 5 starts. and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Top of the street, the one is my long shot. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and he has high percentage winning jockey Paco Lopez. And I'm going to play the last Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use the 1, 5, 9, 11 with the 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to single the 4 and finish up with the 1, 6, 8, and 9. That's a $48 ticket.
I have the 11 too, all that speed, has the top total pace. I think he's got a good shot to get the lead. I went with the 9 horse in there too, Bullet Breeze, with that 90% C zone. Showed some better early speed in its last race and was about 4 seconds faster. So better early speed, more strong C zone. I think you're going to get a good race out of Bullet Breeze here. Good reunion, the 6 horse. Next on my list, Terry. Just missed at this level last out. And it's a closer. Closers have been doing all right. And then Financial Strength, the 5 horse, a little bit stronger last time out and a little bit faster. So I'm going to go 6, 9, 11, 1, 3, 4, 7, 4, 6, 3, 8, 9, and 12 for my Don Johnson pick 4. 3 races to go. We'll go with race number 8, then 9, then 10. Race number 8, Terry, what it is all about.
It's a 6.5 furlong race. It's a $40,000 maiden race for a $40,000 purse for registered Pennsylvania maidens, 3-year-olds.
So 6.5 furlongs does favor speed. A bunch of them go wire to wire. 35% of them. A little bit of a rail bonus for Wax Box. 2 and 3 play fair. 4 and out, same discount. Terry, there's a lot of first-time starters in this race. So let's talk about our race sheet just a little bit differently and how I strategize when I'm looking at first-time starters. First thing I want to look at here is the par race. Has anybody hit par? Well, you can see there the answer is pretty emphatic. No, Terry?
No, nobody's hit it in the past. So
big red light says no. So when you got all of them hitting on the no button, the first thing I want to look at, does anybody have second race par ability? In other words, today is their second start with average improvement. Can they hit par? The answer to that question, Terry, is
no.
No. Next up is our first-time starters. Well, we have a 3-point scale. So everybody's in no. I'm going to lean towards first-time starters for the most part, and I would put them in order. Typically, we look for a score of 2.5 or better. The only one that does that there, Terry, is the 7. One on the rail, pretty close, not too far behind with the 3. So in this scenario, I would look heavily at the first-time starters, Terry. But if you're looking for some early speed, which one of the horses with experience would you look at?
Well, the 5 shows the most speed out of the horses, followed up by the 6 and the 4, with the horses that have actually been out and raced.
Yeah. Also, jockey trainers can be pretty important there, Terry, in these first-time starters, particularly trainers. So which trainers are the best?
Well, the 8's the best trainer, and the 1's the best jockey. I think the 1 is the best trainer-jockey combination because actually the trainer of the 1 is pretty close to the numbers that the trainer on the 8 got.
And then here we have, of the experienced horses, the 4 had an 11-point speed figure over everybody else, so maybe that's the horse with some experience to consider. Although if late speed continues to hold, the 6 horse with about a 2.5 length late speed advantage over everybody else also ranks out from the experienced horses as our top total pace horse, Terry. I'm going to lean heavily on the first-time starters. What are you leaning on?
Well, I'm going to go with the 7. Showtime Matinee. He is a first-time starter whose dam has 1 winner from 1 starter. His breeding suits today's sprint distance. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like 3, Chilling Sensation. He's also a first-time starter whose breeding suits today's sprint distance. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. 4, the Sam's After the Party is a horse that's been out. He ran second in his last race. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. And then my long shot is Wax Box. He's also a first-time starter. He's the number 1 horse, and his dam has 1 winner from 1 starter. Breeding suits today's sprint distance, and he has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start with the 1 horse because I know it was the second of our first-time starters. That 7 horse, almost a perfect 3 score out of 3. I went with that because I'm going to get a little better odds with the 1 horse. I'm also going to get Paco. I'm going to get the rail advantage. So maybe all of those 3 things line up and the 1 pulls off the upset. If not, the 7, the almost perfect score for a first-time starter. Some really strong workouts at Penn, too, but I'm not the biggest fan of horses that come in from Penn National. Terry, then I'm going to go with the 4-horse Sam's After Party. This one will be out towards the front there, Terry, for sure. Did, of all the experienced horses, have the top last race speed figure. Was 11 points better than everybody else. Has a maintenance workout between races to keep the saw sharp. And then I'm going to go with the 3, Chilling Sensation. Tough call for me over the 8-horse, Dancing on Air, which was our simulation favorite. Gosh, I hope that doesn't repeat what we saw with the 3 in the opening leg. And then I'm going to do a 50-cent trifecta, 147 over the 13478 over the 1347 and 8. That's $18. And I got a feeling if it comes in, especially if that 7 runs off, it's going to pay a hell of a lot more than 18. Late double starts in race number 9. Terry, take it away.
All right. So in race 9, we're going to go to 6 furlongs. It's another optional claiming race of $100,000. Purse is $55,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Allowance or optional claiming price of $100,000.
Yes, and that's Terry's walk around money. So which horse would you buy in this race, Terry? We'll talk about that in a minute. 6 furlongs, again, speed, 34%, goes wire to wire. We'll go with Bo Jackson at 34 now. There's a rail edge for debit card. It's also a 2-3 bonus, 4 and out, a little bit of a discount. 8 is better than 8 and out, better than 4 through 7. Terry's best bet's coming up right here, folks. So you want to make sure you stay tuned and find out why. But if inside 3 speed helps, Terry, which horses might fit that bias?
Well, actually, the 4 shows the most speed, but not a lot of speed over that 8 and that 2. So I think this is an anyone's guess race and who gets that quarter pole first.
Mm-hmm. We also see that a lot of these horses have hit par, Terry. All of them but the 3 and the 8. Any of them that have a standout chance to do it again today?
Yeah, if you take a look there, that 4 has the best number as far as almost 76%. Most of them show that they can do it in this race, but I think that 4 has the best shot according to the numbers.
Yeah, according to that, maybe you can just put a line through the 8 horse. No chance to win. So I just put him in the winner's circle there, folks. He's not scratched, but I'm just pointing that out. So that means when we do our simulations, 759 out of 1,000 times, Romaninski ran a speed figure equal to or better than 96. That's borderline stakes level stuff. Maybe we'll see that horse in a stakes race, Terry. So aside from having that advantage, Terry, let's take a look at which horses have the best jockey trainer advantages.
Well, the 6 has the best jockey, 5 has the best trainer, but the 6 has the best jockey trainer combination, I believe.
Yeah, the 4 looks like it's in that same neighborhood too.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the 4 has nice also.
So let's take a look at our speed chart for the first time. The high water, this is like a stock chart, right? So this is the high price, low price, but we're measuring speed figure. This is the average price or average speed figure, the red dot. So if you look at this 4-horse, Terry, it's red dot, right? It's average race. It's towards the top for most of these other horses in here. Also has a last race speed figure of 4 points better than everybody else. A total pace of 2 lengths better than everybody else. Should be part of the early speed. Has almost the most late speed in there, Terry. Anybody beating this 4?
Well, I don't think so. 4 is my best bet of the day. For Romanovsky, he has won 9 races out of his last 10 starts. He loves to win. And his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The only negative part is I think he's going to be a pretty hard favorite. And then I like the 6 Paradise Valley, won 5 races out of the last 7 starts. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and he switches to a high percentage winning jockey. He has a bullet workout, 4 furlongs on March 6th. And then I like 7. He won his last race at Parx Racing. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and he has and jockey, and he also has a bullet workout on April 9th. Then the 9 is my long shot, Beach Days. Won his last race, Parx Racing, drops in class today. As a trainer, wins 17% of the allowance races he has a horse competing in. And I'm going to play $40 to win on number 4, a $10 exact of 4 on top with the 5, 6, 7, and 9, and then a $10 daily double, the 4 with the 8, 9.
Yeah, Rumaninski does have, I noticed you used the 49er Romanowski. Now, he was was he with 49er? I know he was with the Broncos, but did he come to the 49ers late? I don't remember. Top last race speed figure was 4 points, yeah. Top total pace, 11 points, yeah. Making its first race at Parx in the third start after layoff for Brittany Russell. I think if I remember correctly, she and the jockey together, the jockey Javion Toledo, they don't work together too often. They've raced 8 times together, Terry. They've won 6 of those 8, finished in the money 7 of 8. And despite the fact that Brittany pops up there a lot of favorites, this combination still managed to put together a $2.20. So where else can you turn $1 into a profit of $2.20, Terry?
It's pretty hard to do that. So
75% of the time, too. That's pretty good. I think that's going to be a tough horse to beat as well. Paradise Valley, if anybody's going to get it, it will be Paco. This horse has run at Parx 7 times, took home the top trophy in 4 of them. Does have a bullet workout prepping. If anyone's going to beat it, that's going to be the one. Visson, the 7 horse. Well, maybe that one has a chance. Does have its best published workout. Getting ready for the first race since late January. And then finally, I'm going to go with Trader's Luck, a little bit of a long shot in here. It is the lone EP horse and a good chance to get a pace that he likes. No bets for me. I'll leave that to you, Terry, like tapping in the winning putt at the Masters on Sunday, like Rory McIlroy. Before we move on to the last race, one more time, Terry, a reminder on how to make sure you catch our show tomorrow for Keeneland, on Thursday for Aqueduct, and for Foreign Friday.
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and after you do that, hit that little bell so that notifies you about everything. Copy the link down below, share it with everybody you know, say, come check this out. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down here at the bottom, at the horse race, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep these comments coming and the picks as we enjoy to see them. They also help us out.
All right, let's do race 10 real fast. 2 minutes to race number 3, Terry. So what's race 10 about?
Okay, it's a mile 70 yards, claiming $5,000 claiming price, purse $18,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since October 15th.
Yes, 34% of the time they win on the lead. Inside's better than outside, Terry. Let's just highlight the early speed. You can come back and look at the link in the description for the rest of the data if you like. Where is the speed at, Terry?
Number 12 horse has double the speed of anything else in there, followed up by the 11 and then the 8.
All right, so some real quick numbers here. This looks like an open race. The 8 horse, big speed figure advantage. The 12 horse, a big early pace advantage. The 6 horse, a big late pace advantage. And then the 8 horse, again, with a top total pace advantage in there. Terry, take it away for the last time today in race number 10.
All right, so in race 10, I like the 9 horse Exit Right, been in the money 82% of the races here and 41% of the starts he's won. Distance won't be a problem. Been in the money 75% of the races, winning 43% of those, and then he has a high percentage winning jockey. The 8 Pit Boss drops in class today, has the highest last speed rating. Early speed running style helps his chances. And then I like the 6, finished third and is similar in the last race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Dad's on a roll. The 1 is my long shot. He has a high percentage winning trainer and switches to a high percentage winning jockey in the rail post, winning at a 23% clip. No additional bets for me.
So Pit Boss, top last race speed figure, top total pace. The 9 horse Exit Right, Kathleen Damasi, 42% of the time she wins when a horse makes a second start for her. Under the radar, Sanchez Nest, can never overlook them. And then Super John, the 12, going to be on the lead and going to drop in class. No bets for me either. As we move over to race number 3, which is about to get running. Mr. Terry, they're all lined up and they're all off and running. So my 2-horse race over, folks. I don't know how that always happens, but it put its nose into the dirt at the opening. That horse better be the best horse in the field. Otherwise, he just lost. I don't know. How does that happen, Terry?
I don't know. I think they know that you did that, so they just want to disappoint you.
Yeah, I mean, he gave up 12 lengths to everybody else. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how that works out, but it does. And now, and what I also don't understand is a jockey, right?
Yeah.
Why, if you're the jockey, do you then rush him up?
I don't know.
Go 3 wide and then try to win. I mean, if he wins the race, it's hands down the best horse, right? then 3 to 5 looks like it's chump change. But I think it's going to be hard. I mean, he's going to win this race. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It's very.
Because he has not even been asked to run yet. The jockey's all out on the 5.
Wow.
I thought there was no chance in the world that horse was going to get there, to be honest with you. I just need a long shot now to somehow get in front of that 5. Come on, 4 horse. 4 horse is coming pretty good. He's got to come into second. I don't know. The 2 horse is starting to tire now, so maybe they're going to run that horse down at the end. I don't know. He's really tiring badly. It's kind of tough to stick your nose in the dirt and then come back and win, right?
It is, absolutely. My wife hates it when the race starts and I go, oh no, the 2 just stumbled, almost went down to the nose, and she goes, oh.
But he won.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yes, he did. So that horse would have probably won by 40 lengths.
Absolutely.
If he doesn't stick his nose in the dirt. So that's interesting. So race number 3, the 2 horse was our 6 to 5. So 3 to 5 is not any value at all, but still managed to win. He did have that late pace advantage. So I guess that worked out to his advantage there, Terry. Also, an 89% C-zone type horse in there. That was a big positive. Showed the big early pace advantage. I mean, early pace improvement, like Craig Mikowski says. A little bit faster quarter-mile fractions. One of the 2 class droppers in there, Terry. Pretty good jockey-trainer combination. Lots of reasons to like that one going into this race. Didn't like the way he started the race. Sure liked the way he finished the race. And as we finish, just a reminder, Will Rogers, free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet. There's a link in the description down below. Make sure you take advantage of that. Just a few seconds from now, Terry and I will post our picks, our comments, and a race replay right here in the description on YouTube. You can get our data sheet. You'd be wise to use it. We'll timestamp every race. And then, of course, get yourself a number 1 hat. Whether you like Terry's style or my style, you support the show and you'll save 20% off. Here are our full picks for the rest of this day, Terry. And then our bets. So, Terry, let's see, do I have any more bets in here? I forget. Let me go backwards because I'm all confused where we're at. So race number 4 is our next pick 4. I did bet 20 to win, 10 to place on the 1. Race number 5, no bets. Race number 6, no bets. Race number 7, our late pick 4. Race number 8, Terry, I have a trifecta because I think some of those first-time starters could pop. Then you have your best bet in race number 9. All right, Terry, that is all of the particulars for today. Tomorrow, Keeneland, Thursday, Aqueduct, Friday, 4 and Friday. Between here and there, Terry, any words of wisdom to carry from you?
Just keep safe this week and enjoy life as best as you can all during the week. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this terrific Terry Tuesday, even if you stick your nose in the dirt before you get going, don't give up, folks. Make sure you hopefully you have God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do between here and the time we get together again ends up in
the winner's circle.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for Keeneland.